Koma he la he. Fokoma shikola ke lokoma. Sola ye koma he. Sa ye lokama. Sekamalika sena. Salokoma la. Ola e ole koma shiloma. Yola ke misoma ke. Pa te 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 kopa. Se la kele mi kili kosi kopa. Sha shiko. Mana shelo. Male kone koma. Bekola silona. Ula. Ole koma. Shole koma shela. Se koma shikoma. E nome così e seco nari o le coma e seco e così mi mamo kuna sa e kona e se de ka u katlali muna she na kuna sa que ten pa seco ta shale kuna she pana que lo comuna ka sa sa shako mun she la hele ke le ko ma isoma e locale le ko mari so ko ma sa izuko de do ba. Hey, what's going on? Well, you know who I am and what I'm about. This is Humam Abdulmalik once again with Blackanized Report, Worldwide Global Motivation and Stimulation with the breath of fresh air, breath of life, if that's what you want to call it. That's what I call it. And, breath of fresh air, every morning that the Lord gives me another chance to grow into my growth and development of a divine spiritual essence, emissary with total blessings, with the guidance and deliberation from the Creator and my ancestors every morning, every day, all day long, till I relapse back into that rest period, And what I want to say today, can you believe it? A man of truth always speak the truth. Ever since I've been known, people be saying this and that about him and this and that and all that about him. But when you listen to him, he speak truth to power all the time. I'm talking about pure truth. I mean, that's backed up with historical facts and data and everything, One of the great minds of this time, and I don't know what he's saying. They could make Facebook and Instagram and all the other people want to ban him from the airways because he speaks the truth. And here's a man that they know has been lying for at least the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years. I'm talking about lying, outright lying, and he got control of the so-called political system. I say politics of the United Snakes of Hypocrisy under satanic administration, with all the fraudulent laws and all that, and everything that he do, he does with gall, with falsifying falsehood. Make himself look so bad, but the people at one time was laughing at him. But now it's like a sickness, from this genome primate, troglodyte, whatever you want to call him, but he's supposed to be the leader of the free world. How can he be a leader when he can't even speak the truth? And can't even verbalize what he's trying to say of his lies. I mean, it was like when he first got in the office, it was like, man, what is he talking about? What is he doing? What is he saying? But, you know, as they accept and more, you know, the racist people of this country who come out, you know, to settle the door or the hills of West Virginia or wherever, it gave him a little, you know, recognition because they on a mission too. Whatever his words are, they feel proud about that, you know, because, you know, of the racism and privilege, white privilege that's been going on during this time period that he's been in office. You say, what white privilege? What racism? Oh, you don't recall the time that the police was there shooting us down like it was at the circus, at the shooting gallery? You don't remember that. You don't remember the lynching that's going on. You don't remember Sandra Bland, Trayvon, was that Trayvon, what was his last name? White? I don't want to say that if I ain't right, but you know what I'm talking about. Trayon, the brother who had the hood on his head and the Skittles and the soda, and he got shot for not standing his ground because he was trying to walk away. Somebody else said he felt threatened by somebody that's walking away. And he said, this law called standing your ground. And then, you know, they say it's about 300 or more people of us that's been killed, or I'll say assassinated, based on that fraudulent law and the rule or black law or whatever, of standing the ground, the assassinators. That's what they say, and they get scot away free. But one of us, we shoot up in the air and say it was stand the ground, stand in my ground. She didn't shoot at the man that she was mad at or whatever. She shot up in the air. Don't you know they gave this woman time? And so how indecent is that? How fraudulent are the laws that draws us into this deceptive quagmire, deceptive maze that they created? In 2019, you know, enough wasn't enough for them. Now they talk about taking America back to when it was great and all that. Is this a form of taking it back to when it was great? When a black man tells the truth about everything, you cannot deny what he said about the Jews, the Europeans, or whatever, or even another Negro pen of black persuasion or melanin who have sold their soul. He speaks the truth. You cannot deny that. Everything he say, you can refer, look it up and read papers or whatever, and you find out it's not 100% true, but 1,000% true. But they want to get rid of him. Why? Because he's reaching too many people, open too many minds or whatever, or telling the public about them lying of their fraudulent laws. And, you know, he was about establishing or building a black nation of and an infrastructure like Black Wall Street once again. See, and he got a way to articulate it that people accept it. And for them to do that, man, it's far-fetched. I'm telling you, it's far-fetched. But they will keep this dude in this office that runs the United Snakes of Hypocrisy and know he's a known liar, man. A known liar and maybe a pedophile, because that's what his friends are in his circle, you know. But they don't care because they run in this hypocritical system of fraudulent lies and fraudulent laws. They say, we don't owe them nothing. You remember the Dred Scott decision, where they said they don't owe us nothing. That, you know, anything that we have, we don't have no right to it. And they ain't got to pay no heed or credence to what we say under their law that they wrote. You know, along with we being supposed to be 3/5 of a human being and all these things to keep us down instead of growing. or being spiritual and divine. That's, where our minds should be at, to develop our infrastructure in our communities, to not allow ourselves to be caught by slave catchers, taken to the auction block, which is the courtroom, and then whatever time of service they give us, or servitude they give us, then they send us on the plantation, what they call the jail. And then they got it on their in the Constitution Amendment, 13, where it say, first they say that we're free from servitude and all that. Then they turn back around and say, well, the only way you can be a slave is you commit a crime and you're duly convicted of the crime, then you can be a slave. You're convicted and you be a slave of you be ejected to servitude on the plantation, which they call the jail. But I look at it like this. The police is the Gestapo or the slave catchers. But we can get around them if we purify ourselves and don't commit no crime. But if you're one of those of that minded, committing crimes and get caught, they'll take you, the slave catchers, and take you to the courtroom. And what is the courtroom? But the auction block. They say, how much time we going to sell this? They say nigger, but they're the nigger and we nig us. And that's what we got to do, because we got to trust in ourselves and by divine decree on the pathway of our ancestors. We got to open our eyes and look and stop walking around with our eyes wide shut, because when we do that, they just manipulate us and take us further into their deception, and we accept it. We cannot no longer accept anything that the Europeans say or do. We can look at it now. Look at Facebook and look what they're doing. Look what they've done. Minister Farrakhan is who I'm talking about. This man don't lie about nothing. This man speaks the truth about everything. I don't care if from the Yahudi or Europeans or Negropeans or what, he speaks the truth. And he wise. I mean, could say a lot of other things that he may not say on the Islamic persuasive tip or whatever, but that's on a religious tip. But I'm talking on this living the truth, being truthful, and speaking the truth to power every time that he speak. But they want to abandon. Why? Tell me. Is it a reason, a true reason? They'll ban him, but they will let this dude that's in the White House be on TV, on the news that he control, and on Facebook to say anything he want to say, and is all out of place and fraudulent and everything, and based on falsehood, based on deception. But they want to take America back to when it was great, take America back when it was a land of deception and falsehood. Never been great, not at all. It's been with fraudulent laws and all that where we were affected. And they did what they wanted to do, but that's no more. We got to pool our resources. Keep saying that, but these Negropeans and agent provocateurs, they don't want to do that. But we got to pool our resources so nothing like this will happen or affect us, because we'll have control of our own airspace and lines of communication on news-wise, from the north, south, and east and west. That's why it got to be global, and that's why we got to pool our resources. So something like this would never happen. Something like when they put Bill Cosby in jail for something shouldn't have been, and then don't even sell him what he was trying to buy. But they put him in jail to bend him and to break him. But they ain't going to do that. And I think he just got one more year left or something like that, or a year and a half. Can't wait till he get back out. And he can tell him to kiss my jazz, and I'm going to buy this place. I got the money. If not, I'm going to pool my money with somebody else that ain't being fooled by this system of fools. Yeah, that's how I look at it. And I like Minister Farrakhan. I love him to life because he don't back down. He backs up. And, You can see I represent him. I was a field director for the Million Man March of 2015, Justice or Else. So you know I respect the brother, just like I respect Reverend Wilson and Jeremiah Wright. I respect all three of those guys because they shine with the divine light. And you know, they be truthful. You know, they be truthful, you know, to the utmost. And I'm really, I can't see the reality of them banning Farrakhan like that. I really can't. And if we allow it, we don't pool our resources and stuff like that and get our own radio or frequencies or like frequency of Facebook or whatever, then how weak are we? You know, how weak are we? We use our money for what? You know, partying all the time, drinking the poison every weekend and all that. Instead of pooling our resources and developing the infrastructure of Black Wall Streets and go back into segregation to help build our free Black nation. So we ain't got to go through character assassination and stuff like that. We got to be strong. We got to unify. All of us got to, you know, come along and get along. You know, I ain't talking about no Europeans or Asian provocateurs or Negropeans. I'm talking about strong Black men. And if you got some John Brown blood in you, I'm talking about you too. You know, so that we can do what we got to do, that we must do. And also, we can't not forget, we got to keep on boycotting. Hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott HAM. Around the world, globally, we got to do that. Don't be scared. You know, don't be doing somersaults and jumping through the loop and all that about your job and all that. We got to pool our resources, save our money, and be able to stand up for what's right, you know, in that shining light. You know, look at Amun Ra, look at the sunlight, look at the melanin, the power, the energy that it gives us. It's a divine energy, a spiritual energy that reinforces our calculation and everything else, reinforce our imagination, reinforce everything to build us up, to allow us to be the geniuses that we are, to allow us to be created, the supernatural creativity that we can deal with building the infrastructure and building that Black Wall Street once again to where everything was beyond great. It was truthful and great and magnificent the way we lived and had everything going on the way it's supposed to. And they got jealous and angry and what they call haters. And then they dropped bombs on our city, shot everybody up in the city, but that can't be no more. Can't let it happen no more. And we need to stand up for Minister Farrakhan. Next, what his name, Zuckerberg or whatever, Zuckerberg, he acting like a sucker. Why would they ban him for being truthful, man? Huh? I don't understand. The man ain't never told no lie about anything he said. I don't care what he said about the Yahudis because they control stuff, and or the Europeans or Negropeans or whoever, agent provocateurs and former snitches or whatever. If he speak the truth, why not let the truth be heard? Amen. So, as I said, we must boycott. Worldwide, globally, we must boycott the bigotry and the racism around the world. We must boycott hashtag Black People Comedic Boycott HAM on the same side of the other side of the token of the concept. We got to come together as, you know, Black brothers and sisters around the globe, also melanated people around the globe, and be united in our effort to pool our resources. I'm talking about financial resources or whatever, you know, buy the land, control the land, because it is our land, and stop letting the Japanese and the Chinese and whoever else want to come in and try to colonize us in this day and time. 2019, we're allowing it. We're making Japanese kings in the country of Africa. Would they do that in Japan? I don't think so. They don't even want us to know that we are in Japan. We are in China. You know, I ain't talking about Chinatown or Japanese town. I'm talking about the countries. I'm talking about us as black people in these countries that they don't say nothing about. You know, they have us so back in the rural area or something like that and don't even say nothing, you know, but we're there too. So we got to unify on the whole globe, man. It's global warfare, and it's a silent war that, you know, they are perpetrating against us. They're using things outside, you know, other than guns, but they use guns too. They use ropes to lynch us. They use guns to kill us, to shoot us. The police do it, and they got the fraudulent law, stand your ground law, and they kill us and walk. Don't even have to go to court or something like that. Just draw up a report. But if we do that, what's going to happen? It shows you what's going to happen. They taking Farrakhan off of Facebook, ban him in Facebook, Instagram, and all these other things. Why? I would like to know. Because he tell the truth, stand to speak the truth to power all the time. It's a crying shame for these lames to be able to get away with it. Because we allow them to do what they want, and we don't do nothing. We don't pool our resources. Oprah Winfrey and all these NBA stars. I hear a Snoop Dogg talking, you know, and saying, you know, he's still going to do this and promote that and all that. That's great, you know. Because he another brother that's, even though he's a rapper and this and that, he speaks the truth to power, you know, and all the rappers and everybody, football, baseball, athletes, and these Negro pins got to come out there, dream, and come together and unify and live and not die. Not to physical death, because there's no physical death, but die mentally and spiritually, and enrolled in their falsification and their political and character assassination, and you know, try to hinder us from building our free black nation. But it ain't gonna stop. We are not gonna stop. If we can't get these Negro pins and or whoever else, you know, the Ofries and all those people with all that money to pool their resources to help us develop this infrastructure. We got to stop being competitive and individuality. We got to bring the reality of cooperativeness in our reality and building the infrastructure of Black Wall Street and all that worldwide. And that's what we got to do in order to stay alive, because they got it in the sky, the chemtrails. You got it in the water, fluoride and lead. They got it in the food, GMOs, you know, taking the seeds out of food and putting insecticide. And, you know, it really harms us when we eat it. So all these things that they do right out in front of our face. We see it and we don't do nothing. They even trying to bring some high frequency Wi-Fi to our community here in Ward 8 and Ward 7, but Georgetown said, heck, nah, you ain't gonna do that. Nah, we ain't gonna do that, not here. So we gotta stop being so, you know, caught up on these contraptions and do things that will stop us from dying prematurely or getting cancer through the radiation and all that. They want to put it right in our area, neighborhood, on the light poles or whatever, instead of putting it on the ground. It may still affect us, but not like it when it's out like that. And who use the phones and contraptions like that more than anybody? Us and our children. We're going to stand by and let this happen? No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. And then, like, a couple of days ago, a great producer, movie producer, and all that, John Singletary, He passed at 51, man. You know, he had a stroke or anyone in a comatose state and all that, man. Come on, man. It's more than that. There's more than that behind that. We just at 51, come on now. There's a dropping dead. We're under attack, I'm telling you. They're attacking us every form and fashion. And we don't do nothing about it but laugh and rub shoulders with them and, you know, glee and humor instead of standing up and being who we are, freedom fighters, spiritual warriors, by divine decree from our Lord, cherisher and sustainer of all the worlds, from our universe to our universe. And we're not cursed, all that biblical, I don't curse, so I'll just say biblical hogwash about Ham being cursed and this and that. We ain't never done nothing to be cursed. If anything, it's the genome primate, troglodyte, people who have been cursed because they came out them caves last. They was the last ones on the planet, really, because we was the original people and everybody come from us. And through a scientific, I don't know if they was cloned and brought into existence or whatever, but they went up in them caves or whatever and was in them caves doing all kinds of like animalistic things, you know. And then when they come out and get in power after they study at our feet, they say, yeah, the Greek fraternities, not the Kemetic fraternity, which would be true and stronger. But people be talking about, I'm a 5 beta 5 and all that bull crap, man. Talking about I'm in a Greek fraternity. You in a Greek falsehood. People are plagiarized and stole and lied. That's what Europeans do. Because they ain't got no history like me and you do, you know. And that's the truth of the matter. It's a matter of fact, you know. And what else? What else? Where can I go now? Let me go here. I don't know yesterday if y'all did we had a retake of sisters Karen Khadija Abdulmalik Davis Folk and myself as being co-hosts. It was on, you know, a retake of a great prolific show. It was on April the 30th. And it was a retake yesterday, and it's going to be another one today. What time? It's going to be at, 3 o'clock this time? No. 1 o'clock this time. 9 o'clock Pacific time. 12 noon Eastern Standard Time and 9 o'clock Pacific time. You should check it out. You might learn something. You will. You will enjoy yourself of the panelists. Our ancestors were great in their prolific speech. Man, I was like, man, it was awesome. I was there, you know, April the 30th. But I couldn't attend yesterday because I had to go to a celebration of life with a sister going away to the next realm. It was great. It was very great. Again, that was on Inner Light Radio Station.com, innerlightradio.com. And it comes on every Wednesday from 4 to 5. I'm co-hosting with the sister. But coming up, I may be doing the show on my own, you know. I got to get some medical terms and all that because it's about our health, our linear wealth, right? You know what your linear wealth is, you know. It's, you know, your health is your linear wealth. It's your connection with our ancestors, you know, and that's our wealth, linear wealth. You know, ain't nothing more greater than that, our connection to our ancestors. But we got to have that healthy mentality, that healthy reality. Can't be caught up in medical mental slavery process of the medical industrial complex. And what I'm talking about, you can listen to the rebroadcast, the show of ninth, Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery, Day of Celebration. That's the 9th year. And as I said, a repost was done yesterday, and there's another repost doing it today. I think you should check it out, at innerlightradio.com. That's www.innerlightradio.com with your hostess, Kern Khadija Abdulmalik, Davis Folks, and also with myself, Humam Abdulmalik. I've done Blackanized report on there. Then it was being Poetry Month. I did poetry, and now I'll be back with information. Blackanized report, and also information of medical destitute of Americanism in their political and corrupt. You got to emancipate yourself from the medical mental slavery in the pharmaceutical area. And what I want to say is that you can listen to this rebroadcast today, the show of the 9th Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day Celebration on www.innerlightradio.com. Like I said, it was yesterday, then it's going to be today, from what? Again, from 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern time. And I'm telling you, if you listen to it, you're going to enjoy it. Going to enjoy it. I ain't even going to tell you you're going to be on the panel. But I will. I'll get into that. And the panel that was the people that was honored, it was our ancestors. I got to open up to you. Like Reverend Ike, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, and Barbara Dick Gregory, legendary and historical or history makers that have a profound effect on the Black community. Humanity as a whole and all our ancestors that guide and protect us, we honor them. It is time for you to bury disease care and thinking to step up out of the dark ages of disease care. Become your own wellness doctor and stop using pharmaceuticals for daily care of your human body. Emancipate yourself. Visit Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day and share your wellness story with us. Anthology of Wellness Stories released 2019 live on the radio show. Visit www.consciousselfcare.com for information on quantum health and healing and start making conscious self-care moves. Today, love to love healthy living. Oh, I got to say something about me. I am co-host this year. That's right, founder of Blackanized Incorporated, 501c, host of Blackanized Report on Facebook Live every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I'm the commissioner of Single Member Ward ABO6, Washington, D.C. And now, 2018 recipient of the Hadari Abdul Ali Conscious Self-Health Care Award. Yeah, that was me. I got one. Yeah, because I listened and I paid attention. I've been on this higher atomic ride for a long time. The 9 years, I've been there all them years and a little time before. And I enjoy it. You got to love yourself first and foremost so that you can love everybody else and love everything that you do, especially for your health. Like I said, your health is your lineal wealth. Your health is your lineal wealth that connects you to our ancestors. And this is real. This is how it go, because we know that they are trying to take us out. The methodology of pharmaceuticals and chemtrails and all that, because it's a silent war, and we just gonna fight them on all lines of this war, because we know like medical mental slavery is one of the greatest ways that they attack us, you know, through the medical industrial complex. So we fighting black. We fighting black. We fighting black strong. That's our reality. And I hope y'all get to listen to the program, because it was a great program. It was a like 2-hour program, but it's great. I'm telling you, don't miss out on it. Don't miss out on it at all. So, I need to start working out though, you know, get the running and stuff like that. More exercise, more being outside in that good breath. I mean, yeah, fresh air, zephyr breeze, whatever you want to say, to knock you to your knees in a divine way and open you up, you know, to everything that you be pleased with. So with that, I also like to say that get ready for Blackanized report. I'll be interviewing different people on different levels back in the studio, which you can see behind my back. Blackanized report. Your host, Humam Abdulmalik. It'll be other than the Blackanized report in the morning on Facebook Live. It'll be live in the studio, having different people to interview on different subject matters. I'll be doing that. I'm being built up in growth and development by that sister, my hostess. That's Karen Khadija Abdulmalik Davis folks. She's just showing me the light with a delightful attitude and a delightful way of life, and with the truth being spoken, you know, speaking truth to power. No problem. Ain't scared about being dead, because I know that we can't die, because all we is protons, neutrons, and electrons that make up carbon, the energy of the creator and our ancestors. So I don't worry about death. I'm not even worried about life. I'm enjoying life to the point that I'm living it, to the point that my enjoyment of it is to see us unify, you know, and come together, and develop this infrastructure and our Black Wall Street. Now that's my enjoyment in living. You know, all the other stuff, that's secondary, you know. I don't, you know, get into the poisons and this and that. Eating, I try to eat correctly, you know, and I don't drink alcoholic beverages and all that. I try to keep my temple purified, you know, but I'm a human being, you know, and got to say, like, sometimes life be up, sometimes it be down. You know, sometimes it be out of your hands, sometimes it be in your hand. But it don't make no difference, because I'm on a mission. I'm an emissary of the Lord, because I was chosen. Yeah, that's the energy came into me. So now I walk around, I see spiritually and divinely. I don't walk around with my eyes wide shut like a lot of us do. Some of us sell our soul, become Negropean. And our young youth is under social engineering, attacked by, you know, the flowing people in this music world, TV, video world, and all that. And you know, they get high and all that, so they get caught up in, you know, not knowing that they're under robot control, that they're becoming predators when they want to hurt each other, playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun. We got to stop that. You know, we got to help our brothers and sisters, because they both out in the concrete jungle doing what they do. But we got to rise them up and make them look at themselves in the mirror, seeing their psychiatrist, and questioning themselves why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, be serious about it. And, you know, say, why I got a loaded gun playing Russian roulette, you know, with my life and my my brother or my sister life, or somebody get hit with a stray bullet, you know, and I'm the cause of their life being taken. And it's unnecessary. And they got to question themselves on that level. They got to question themselves with all the things that people giving them jobs and this and that and direction. But if they don't never question themselves, the jobs ain't gonna be nothing, because what they gonna do? They're gonna still be trying to buy $300, $400 tennis shoes, stuff like that that don't make no sense, because they get caught up in the commercialized lies and not the reality of the things that we should buy, how we should use our resources and our money, even though we might not make that much money, because you know they're attacking us with gentrification. So we got to learn how to live in communal relation. We the only one don't do that. You got the Mexicans or the Italians. I mean, not the Italians, but the Spanish and all of them. They can do it. Africans can do it, but we don't do it, because we've been like produced, made and stamped, made in America, and we got to come out of that concept. We got to go to the next level, and that's the spiritual divine level. We got to find ourselves on the pathway of our ancestors in the annal of time and the information that they left us, to know thyself first and foremost. So when you know yourself and you go in the temple, then you know that you're going in the temple to worship the Creator. So you don't have to go to the mass here, the church or the synagogue and all that. That's just for rejuvenation. But when you really want to talk to the Lord, it's within yourself. That is where we talk to the Lord, because even when you look in the Bible, it tells ye are gods, you know, talking about us, but we don't adhere to it, because then they don't even talk about it to the fullest. So to give you an understanding, that's why our ancestors say you got to know thyself, and if you know thyself and you be in the temple, plain and simple, what can you say? Is this written so simplistically, you know? And all you gotta do is open your eyes and say, "Man, this is correct. This is what it is," and then you get that feeling of growth and development. And the energy of the Creator might come in. That energy might put in you, but you have to be able to, you know, deal with it. Because if you don't deal with that, euphoria will take you out. I'm telling you, you'll be like, people be like walking around, you know, having problems, mental problems and all that, is because they wasn't ready, you know, for the acceptance of their duties. We always got to be prepared without, you know, purification of our temple in our universe, so we can be ready to have a profound effect upon the universe. It's that plain and simple, you know. And also with Blackanized Incorporated, the umbrella of conscious chess moves, we are coming back and being in the groove. I seen one of my chess players yesterday at a celebration, a going home celebration of a sister that was related to my Imam Ali, where I go to Juma at, right? And we was talking, he said, "Man, you got bigger and all that." He said, "Man, what's up, Mr. Humam? You still play chess?" I told him, "Yeah." He said, "Man, you ain't never losing chess," you know, that. But I did, you know, but he was younger then, and I was teaching him chess, and it seemed as though I ain't lose, because I was, you know, giving them an opportunity to learn. So, you know, I would beat, but I wouldn't like be playing, you know, to a high level game, you know, in order to teach them, to bring them around so their game could be high level, you know. And he said that yesterday. I said, "Go on, man, that ain't true." He said, "Yes, it is." I said, "Oh, Mom, you ain't lose no games." He gave me his number. He said, "We got to play, man." I said, "Cool." So I told him, "Man, now's your time to, you know, beat me, you know." Because I always want them to be better, you know, in their growth and development. It was a good feeling, you know, to see one of my students, man, you know, that I helped with the game of chess. But now I want to expand this. I want to expand it in the schools. I want to expand it around the globe. I want to expand it with the youth and the elders and everybody, for critical thinking skills, you know, concentration and all that. Uh, and that's what it's about. You know, chess is a game, but it's one of the most fantastic games that you can play. A game of strategy. That's what we're doing now. You know, dealing with this six system of hypocrisy. You know, it's a chess game. But, you know, they playing a little harder than us because they be taking us out behind the disguise of law and fraudulent laws and all that. But the thing is, we got to counter their moves, right? Got to do it. We got to start having citizens arrest against them when we see them being overzealous. Be, you know, one police or two, and it be a group of us, man. We got to take their guns and put their handcuffs on and wait there and tell the police it's a citizen arrest, man. And see if the laws that they have are true. They got their standing ground laws where they can shoot us and kill us. That's true. So we got to make sure their other laws be in effect too. Because if they don't, man, we can't continue dealing with these people no matter what. We got to deal with the Black Wall Streets, the development of our infrastructure that we had before. We had everything going, the banking system, the transportation system, and everything. We got to do that again. Got to do it today in a matriotic way, in the way of my harmony, peace, and justice. Yes, we got to do that. Again, look at the program on Inner Light Radio. If you want some light in your life, look at the program to tell you about this thing we call this medical madness, this pharmaceutical madness, where they got us all caught up in being a slave to the medical system of hypocrisy. So, like, it's a re-show of what? Of Tuesday. No, Wednesday. It was a show on Wednesday that we did. It comes from Tuesday, the 30th, and we took it over to Wednesday. And now we want you to enjoy it again with our ancestors. And that was Barbara Dick Gregory, Reverend Ike, and Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. A very delightful, very stimulating, motivating dialogue, you know. And Sister Karen, Khadija Abdulmalik, Davis folks, and myself was on there also for a little short moments of spiritual whatever. But man, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, go on there at 12 o'clock our time, and what is 10 o'clock their time. Well, 1 o'clock or today, it is 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's 10 a.m. on Pacific time. Whatever time it be, it is our time to overcome mental slavery on the Harriet Tubman train. So look at it and enjoy it. And then talk to me on a Monday. Talk to me on Wednesday and tell me how you like it. You can talk to me on the Facebook Live show, or you can call in or comment in on at www.innerlightradio.com on that's Wednesday, every Wednesday from from 4 to 5. Unless we're gonna do something special, we'll let you know. Special is like letting me take over the show for a minute. Used to be a co-host, now I'm being the host. But you know, I'm gonna do the most. I'm gonna do the best that I can do to attest to the facts and statements of the corrupt medical industrial complex and their pharmaceutical deception to have us in that medical mental slavery. You know, we got to come out of that. All forms of fashion, you know. So with that, I want to say, as I always say in closing, we got to deal with Ma'at and the 42 admonitions of a Ma'at in a matriotic way, and then we got to deal with the principles. Ujama, Kukuchakalia, Ujama, Ujima, what is that? Nia, no, Nia's down the line. It's Nia, what else? A couple of more right there that I gotta get back because I, I haven't been studying. I can say that, but you know the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, and we got to practice them every day of the year, every day of our life, as long as we're on the planet, like it's our wife. Those principles, to bring us into understanding of ourselves, to make us stronger, to be in a form of unification, of building our Black nation. And history is always being made, or there's enough of our story or history that we can talk about for eternity. So don't get caught up in like the last 400 years or what they say in our captivity and all that, but be in the reality of the civilizations and federalizations that we have built into the nations of the world, around the world, because of our power of understanding and blessings from our Creator. So with that, I'd like to say, y'all have a great day and love yourself so that you can love everybody, and be careful of the Negro Pins, agent provocateurs. But we got to talk to our young brothers who are under social engineering to become predators and all that, and they're under robot control. We can save them to bring them back home. But the ones who made the choices to be agent provocateurs and Negro Pins, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, I'm telling you, unless they change their perception and be into the connotation of being, blessed by God. I say amen. I say salamu alaikum. And today we just had my big uncle on here, DCLOM. This is the name of his clothing line. That's Dion. The one is not blind, but he walk around with some eyes that be shining with the perception of unification and also the helping building our Black nation, who's collective and not competitive. And then we got Marcelo de Pisa, and we got Kenneth McIntyre. We go back to the ankles, to the kneecaps. That's how far we go back. And with that, I want to say peace, love, and understanding on the soul train with the Hermit Tugman ride. And we just fighting to stay alive. We ain't got to fight. All we got to do is be into tune. The frequency, the vibration, and the energy of our Lord. Then we got Katharia Harrison that's came on, that's joining us, but we getting ready to go off. But we'll see, or we'll talk to you on Monday morning. Also, if something come up like a special report, I'll do that too and bring y'all on. Oh, hey, there go my brother too, Baba El Zenzuka Kulu Zulu. Just came from his program the other day with a great program with our young brothers and sisters that was doing the show. I mean, they stole the show, beating the Congos and all. I mean, really beating them. Food was good, camaraderie with all the brothers and sisters. I say Black power to this great teacher. We still need to help him maintain his schooling system. I think that's 8th and Q, Northwest. One of the best. He been there for so long, and one of the first African-centric schools in the United States of hypocrisy. The thing about it, my son went there his first few years, man, was fortified like I don't even know what. Man, he was on genius level, very young, man. And that's what the brother do, Baba Zulu. Love him to life. But y'all be strong. And I'll talk to y'all on Monday, or if a special report come up, I'll talk to you then. And, just stay focused. Stay focused because they're trying to kill us all. I mean, chemtrails or anything like that. Let me see. And so with that, like I said, I'm gone. I'm gone. If I can get out of here, we'll do that. We'll get out of here. And I got to just stay focused. Or the jokers, because they are lynching us around the country. It ain't no joke. It ain't nothing to laugh at. It ain't no fun because it's like your stand your ground law and they done killed like 300 of them. They ain't saying nothing about it. And police be doing their thing and all that. So we got to bring an end to that. They move, we counter their move. That's all I'm saying. And I still don't understand how they're going to ban Minister Farrakhan and then don't let this, what color is that? Orange, red, whatever. We know he's a liar that's in this building down on 16th and Pennsylvania Avenue. And no, he's an outright liar and a deceptive not a human being, genome primate, troglodyte, and all that, but they let him do whatever he want. But a man speak truth to power, they're going to, take him away, try to take him off. But that's where we got to pool our resources, and come together. And then we do what we want to help uplift our people. Y'all be blessed. Con la saquena, para que nesa en nadie, sokama, en la canuna e kalekosomari, he say, inna sekopa. I say, con la sekata. Be blessed in peace, black power, and black love. Telling you, sent from above, within, and all around by divine decree, the pathway of our ancestors, so we can see in the light, in the darkness too. Amen. Ashe. Alafia, brother and sister. See y'all Monday. Or if something come up, I'll see y'all in the special report. Peace. Don't forget to check out WW Inner Light Radio around 1 o'clock today. Is a repost, but you will like what you see and what you hear. Well, what you hear, you only see me and hear me. But on Inner Light Radio right now, you just hear the sound of the inner light. Be all right. Amen. Okay, I talk to y'all. Peace, love, and circumstances of being in our favor. Amen.